It's not a podcast.
It's a GarCast.
And this is the world according to Gar.
Hello and welcome to the world according to Gar. You are listening to GarCast episode number 280. Yes, that's right, 280. Happy Halloween. I am Gar. With me, as always, GarFather.
Gar! Happy Halloween. Happy 280th episode. Wow.
Wow. That's something Kill Tony would say. Wow. Love it.
Wow.
Love it. Wow. Great to see you. You are
great to see you.
Dressed up in Halloween garb. You are a chicken.
That is
are
correct.
You any special kind of chicken or just a chicken?
It's going to be pretty hot out today.
Oh, it is.
So I'm either probably going to be fried chicken or maybe baked chicken.
Yeah.
Either one. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But
you don't typically get dressed for Halloween, do you?
No, I usually will when the kids come home, like I'll throw on a cowboy hat or something.
Like last week for your birthday.
Not a big Halloween guy.
Hat.
Yeah, right, the birthday. That's now the birthday hat. Riley went to the Floral Park football game last Friday night in Hewlett, and her friends all decided to buy these animal onesies at Party City and wear them to the game, so she said I should wear it on Halloween. So
I knew there was going to be a little catch there. It was laying around the house for some reason.
Yeah, so I actually was like, let me put this on to embarrass the kids. I drove them to school while wearing it. So that was a hit.
That's fantastic. Yeah, they probably love that.
And I only put it back on for the GarCast. And then I will be taking it off. And then I'll probably put it back on later when the kids are coming to the door for candy. Why not? It's just a onesie. It's easy.
Busy day you're anticipating again this year for the festivities? A
I
nice
would
warm
say
day on a Thursday.
With the weather and with the with Diwali falling tomorrow, schools are closed in Floral Park tomorrow, so this is going to be a wild Halloween. Yeah.
Whoa! I think Maria told me tomorrow was senior cutout day.
Well, they should, because half of Long Island has no school tomorrow.
Didn't know that. I wonder if Christine's off.
Yeah, Hicksville's closed. Nancy's off.
They have a pure melting pot out there in Mastic, so I don't know. I guess she didn't get this one. I don't know. I would have heard about it, I think.
Well, Floral Park's got it.
Good for you guys.
The kids are pumped. And then they have school.
Be?
Yeah, right. No, it's a summer Halloween, basically.
Oh.
And you can go all night.
Go. No booze.
What do you mean, no booze? Who?
The kids.
Me?
Kids.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm going to sit out front in my chicken suit in a chair with Tato on my lap and drink and give out candy.
I love it.
I could be drunken chicken.
I like that.
They had a restaurant near here, Park Place, sells drunken chicken parmesan or something.
Whoa.
I don't know what makes it drunk. I think maybe they put vodka sauce on it.
A lot of sauce. Sounds delicious.
I bet.
It sounds
delicious. This was a problem driving the car. The top of the head it was hitting the car. So I had to lower the seat. Look how tall it is. Actually, looks good. I'm down. Look, it looks like a crazy chicken.
Now you really look like a chicken.
Crazy chicken on the GarCast.
If you're listening to this, you can now watch this on YouTube. So you could you can always go check it out.
Anyway.
How about them Yankees, huh?
Woo! Thought I was watching the Mets.
You know what? So it was funny. I got home in the fifth from Maria had their playoff game last night, and it was out in ESM, so it was out on the edge of the earth. So that's what time I got home from that stupid soccer game, and I felt DenBob's presence. I felt like he came home and put the game on the way it was going.
Yeah. I put it on like as they got the last out in the 5th. So like I missed all the madness. And I'm like, can they show some replays? Like what happened? Like the announcers were horrified.
Did you ever catch up with it?
I saw it. Yeah. The only thing I haven't seen is the Volpe error. What did he do wrong?
So it started off with the judge, what you saw, right?
So I mean,
then there was a hit.
That just can happen. Lack of concentration.
Yeah. Then it was a hit to Volpe shortstop, throws it to third base. He short hops it. Third baseman can't pick it up. Bounces out of his glove. Then Cole comes in and strikes out the next 2 guys. So you're like, all right, he's going to maybe survive this, right? Gets a nice ground out to first base, and then Cole forgets to go cover first base. Something they teach you in first grade. DenBob, the baseball coach, taught his kids to do that. But super millionaire Cole, nah, you take care of it. You got it. You look good. You're running kind of away from the base, picking up the ball. You go cover it. It's good. Don't worry about me. There he is. There is the curse. The man that came home in the 5th inning last night.
I mean, let's just talk about what happened on the back end that none of the news outlets and the players know. I was traveling back from Pennsylvania, and in the 4th inning is when the static cleared, and I was able to clearly listen to WFAN.
I knew it. I knew you were behind
this. And all of a sudden, the players unraveled.
Unbelievable.
As soon as I started listening, I said, what the hell is going on?
You are amazing. The radio announcers must have been like just, because they have to describe what's going on. They must have been wild, right?
Judge made the first error all season.
Yeah.
Last night. That was his first error all season.
I would trade him because like once a guy does shit like that, I've seen it on the Mets, like, and combined with him doing nothing in the playoffs, I know he hit a home run last night. That's just him. He's never going to win.
It's weird. I only really watched the Yankees in the playoffs this year, and they're not a super likable team. Like they have a lot of like, and this is just like a general observation. It feels like they have a lot of players that care about their stats and not really about the team. Unlike the Mets, who played like a team and really got you excited, and they're fun to watch, right? I feel like the Yankees are just so they've bought in too much to this whole corporate just buy the best guy out there, even if he's not a good fit thing.
I don't disagree. I don't think Aaron Judge is like that.
I don't think Judge is, right? I don't want to put him in that.
But he's this. Even my kids who don't know much, like we'll watch the game last night, they're like, this guy again? Like he comes up, they're like, he's so musty. Like they like that term. He's like, if he has no superstar pizzazz or personality.
Yeah.
No,
like I'm not comparing his hitting and home run power and everything to Francisco Lindor, but talk about a guy who knows how to shine in the spotlight. Not even just for the hits he got, but just the personality, the New York superstar. Judge is just like the most Melba toast. Bleh. Like it's just, he's so boring.
Yeah. You know, I did notice though, he slid into second base. He stood up next to the second baseman. Oh my God, he really is a monster.
Yeah, he's big.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he's a big boy.
Bosco, you want to add to the Melba toast?
Yeah. Tavares. John Tavares is also a Melba toast superstar.
I just read an article on him.
A little hockey switch. Okay.
He is.
But we're on Melba toast.
He got a hat trick last night.
Nobody cares. Melba toast.
Toronto cares.
So what, Aaron Judge hit how many home runs?
Yeah.
Like, it's even when he got the 60, that chase. I mean, I guess for a Yankee fan, that was exciting. I didn't feel any electricity.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't what it should have been.
Now, Juan Soto, you see that Juan Soto guy come up. There was even an at-bat last night where he worked a walk after the 5-5 tie. And he's just exciting. It was exciting to watch him walk. Like, the drama, he's getting in there, he's moving out of the way. Like, Judge is just, ugh. Ugh. And that's what they're going to keep doing. They're always going to come up short.
On a date. Could you imagine dating Judge?
No.
It'd be awful.
Musty.
Awful.
As my kid said, musty.
He'd probably order 2 meals because he's so freaking big.
Yeah.
And how often do you want to fire a manager after he got the team to the World Series? Because I think Boone is just way out of his league.
Well, Boone totally screwed game 1. He had nothing to do with last night.
No, I know that, but he doesn't feel like the manager that you want to lead your team to championships.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan. He seems like a nice guy. I'd love to hang out with him.
Yeah, he beat the Red Sox. It was a great moment, but let's move on. Let's get a real manager in here. Let's get Don Mattingly back.
Well, the person you need out of there. You need Brian Cashman out of there. Enough.
Yeah, he's been there way too long.
He's been there since you used to watch every Yankee game every night.
Is 100% correct.
That's a problem.
That is a huge problem.
So, Coach Bosco, back to that play at first base. I don't know if you've seen the replay yet. I know you were listening on the radio. I agree with Gar that Cole, like you have to go make an attempt to cover the bag. But I thought Rizzo should have just ran to the base, the fat slub. What was he
probably
doing?
should. Yes, both of them
Coach?
should have been going to the bag.
Talk to me, Coach.
Oh, sorry, that was for DenBob.
That was for Coach.
Rizzo never runs to the bag.
Yeah.
That's not his.
He's out of shape.
He's not moving.
And the standard play, be baseball ready. This is DenBob coaching first graders.
Baseball ready.
Ball goes to first base, pitcher goes to first
Absolutely. And then if Rizzo waves him off, that's fine.
Waves him off, which he never does.
Yeah, which he wouldn't because he
He's
can't
like,
move.
no, you go.
He
You
actually
got
looked
this.
like
It was an error, you know. You can't imagine the pressure. It was exciting. It was a good try.
it was a good try.
Like, it was
Love
horrible. It was worse
Love
than
it.
Little League. They were horrible.
And Cole pitched great.
He did pitch
Great.
well.
He never goes on 4 days rest. The
Yeah.
last time he went on short rest, he got beat. He got the crap beat out of him by the Mets.
Well, I think we beat the Yankees every game this year, was it? I believe. Yep, I think so. Yeah, it's just I think it is now swung. The pendulum has swung. Like I was feeling like the Mets are on the rise, and that was I'm going to say old Metsian performance. That's what the Mets used to do. They used to spit the bit, drop the ball, Lucas Duda missing a throw to home. Luis Castillo dropping the pop fly to second base in that very same stadium. Maybe the lights are angled wrong because Judge was right behind.
Did you hear you didn't hear the announcers? They said, "Oh, maybe the lights were in his eyes." I'm like, what? That happened in the football game. I saw. I think it was the Ravens, but it's at night. And these lights are not going to be in Aaron Judge's eyes. Although he is pretty tall. Maybe he got a different angle on lights and just couldn't see it.
I will end it with this from my perspective. I was not rooting against the Yankees.
But you don't care if they lose.
I didn't really want to see them win. I wasn't even watching the games. I tuned in a little bit last night. I went to bed in the 8th, and I actually woke up early this morning before my alarm. And it was kind of like I had this slight Christmas morning feeling. I was like, I wonder if they came. I knew they were down by 2 when I fell asleep, and I grabbed my phone and I went right to the Yahoo app, and I was excited. It felt good. Sorry, Yankee fans.
Baseball's over.
I'm not a Yankee fan hater like some other people are, but
right.
I certainly don't want to see certain Yankee fans in my life celebrating a World Series victory. Not you. There's others. There's other evil people.
We understand. We understand.
So Bosco, did you drive to and from Penn State yesterday? That's a haul.
Yeah. I went on a mission. So when I was on last show, did I retrieve? This has been a week.
You said that you were not getting him.
Yeah. So he called us on Friday. He got worse. And we went
For
down.
those that weren't listening, perhaps jump in episodes. It was diagnosed with mono.
Christopher
Christopher
at Penn State.
This could have been a self-diagnosis. That's why I asked. So go ahead.
No.
He's a Bosco.
Last week he went to Penn State. We visited. He was great.
He kissed his mother.
Sorry?
He kissed his mother, and then he got sick.
Maybe. Tuesday we get the call. He's really sick. He goes to the urgent, to the infirmary.
Yep.
They say, yeah, this is beyond us. You have to go to the hospital. He goes to the hospital. They're like, we're going to give you a mono test. If it's mono, you just rest. If it's not mono, you got to come back here and we got to work.
What were his symptoms of?
He
really
had like
sick?
a goiter. It was like a goiter on his head. It was so swollen. And I mean,
Perfect
the fever,
for
the
Halloween.
sickness, the sore throat.
Holy hell! That's crazy.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're doing him in the pledge week, but yeah. So he calls us on Thursday, and he's like, I'm worse. So Saturday morning, me and Colleen went on a mission. We drove down to Penn State. We took him to urgent care again, and they were like, all right, you got to watch this. If it doesn't get better in one day, you go to the emergency room and they have to operate on the goiter. And
Right.
I'm
What
like,
do they do? Lance it? Like, what the hell do they do?
you know what? I have no experience. My experience is really in
That's
stuff that
not
I've
his
had. I've
field.
Yeah,
never
you're
had a
not a-
goiter that needs to be.
You're not a goiter guy.
He's in a
Yeah.
different field, yeah. Go to the
Wow.
pimple
So-
popper, maybe. The pimple popper will take care of that
So we
shit.
took him home, up and
Operator.
down in one day. We used
Goiter.
the electric car again. I'm becoming an expert in it.
Did you hit
have my Tesla
Blakesley
charging
this
station.
time?
What's up?
Did you hit Blakesley this time?
We did. No. This time I went Bartonsville
Oh, good spot.
and picked up. Yeah. So we brought him home. We nursed him back to health.
I was going to ask you. It sounds like you found the cure.
You know what? So they gave him medicine, and I think just being home and eating normal food and being taken care of for 3 days
Sleeping. Yeah.
brought him back to life. So I wanted to set him back free into the wild. So I got up early yesterday. Well, not really early because I wanted to miss the traffic. Drove back to Penn State, set him free, turned it right back around, and came back home.
Electric?
Electric again.
Wow.
You
So I
saved
don't
all
think
that
he's
money
getting
on
charged for
gas.
the
Look at you.
electric.
Huh?
I don't think he's getting charged for the electric. So you have to pay by the app.
So what
Right.
what kind of charging station did you go to?
I'm going to Tesla only.
Okay.
So I go to Tesla.
Maybe they got to deal with Caddy.
I say charge here. So this is my third trip.
You don't have a
haven't seen
Tesla
credit
app?
card charges. I look on his account. I don't think he's paying.
Do you have a Tesla app?
I have his Cadillac app. So we use his Cadillac app. It says charge here.
Could it be
And then-
charging him like his Apple Pay?
I put in all his information, and I have access to all his information. And I'm not seeing charges go through anywhere.
All right, don't tell anyone.
That's
Nope,
amazing.
I'm just going to keep charging.
Yeah, you could drive to Penn State every day.
Damn,
No,
you're really
I'm saving
saving
the
a
earth.
lot of money on gas.
No gasoline. I'm
How
saving
long-
money.
How long is
Yep.
it taking you to charge that? What are you doing? How low are you letting it get when you do your long drive like that? And then are you going to 80 or 100% because it's a trip?
Oh, I only go to like 80% because I don't have time. So the point is, so here's how I do it. I got a 5-hour trip. I have to stop.
You only
once
need one
anyway.
charge midway.
So I'm going to do one charge. I'm going to do 80%.
Oh,
And
wait.
how long
Actually,
is
you
that-
want to
how
go
long
more
does
than
that-
half, right? You
how
probably
long
want to
do
go
you stop?
3/4.
How long do you stop for?
So the stop ends up. So I stop at Bartonsville.
Yeah.
I plug it in. I go into the giant supermarket and I use their bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Then I walk to Jersey Mike's and I get a sandwich and I
Okay.
eat it.
Okay.
I walk back to the car and then we're done. So,
Yeah.
half hour.
All right.
Yeah, the Tesla
Yeah, it's not-
superchargers are amazingly fast.
It's not
it's definitely a
terrible.
longer stop than if I filled with gas for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're
but,
working it into your schedule, right? I guess
Correct.
it works.
Correct.
I think
And
what
then
you would have to
before I
do
left-
multiple charges on a trip. Like if I was to go to Columbus, like to bring an electric vehicle on that trip would be a little bit of
Yeah.
a pain.
Multiple 35-minute stops would drive me crazy.
Yeah. My Tesla does about 25 minutes tops at a supercharger to get from like,
And that would get you to
20.
0 to 80.
well, I only go down to 20% usually. I try not to
So
go
that would
below
go
20.
20 to
80 is 20 minutes about.
So
If I want to go to
60%.
100, I might go 25.
Right. So a 20-minute stop, a gas stop is 10.
Yeah.
It's like really it's really not the end of the world.
It's
No.
not.
If you're going to factor it into your bathroom and your food break, then that's fine.
Yeah. It's certainly, I'm not going to say it's as fast. If I was on a race, I would
Yeah,
not
you'd
take
lose.
the electric car.
You would lose.
But if it was for quality of life and saving the earth, electric.
Well, you are always looking out
Yes,
for your
be
fellow
green,
man.
like your background.
I can't. So I have test drive with Tesla tonight to try out
Halloween.
the Model Y.
You're doing it on
So
Halloween.
you're finally going to
Halloween,
check out
we're
the
going to
Y.
dress up as big shots, and I might sign up on the spot.
You gotta be careful. There's a lot of kids running around the streets.
I sent you a referral link.
That'd be a great test.
Could you imagine
That'd be
you
a
hit a
great
poor
test.
kid
You
in
got
your
to avoid
Tesla?
the trick-or-treaters.
I sent you a
Yeah, start
referral link, by
aim
the
for
way, right?
kids.
So
Aim
you
for the
can you can do that today if you want. Anytime. You just follow that link.
No, that's
Yes.
going to be amazing. I'm going to follow the link. I'm going to get the Tesla. And so Colleen just has to give me the final authorization.
I think they just lowered the prices too for the home chargers if you wanted one by 50 bucks.
He can use yours.
Yeah, I think that would come over.
11 cents a kilowatt. No problem.
Dad, he's outside again.
You know what we're having a problem with right now with 3 cars that actually are that you want a driveway. Our driveway only fits 3 cars, and at the bottom you can only fit 1. So it's been been a bit of a pain the last week juggling cars around.
Now you're also dealing with electrical cords. You got to line them up right.
Yeah, but I'm not charging every night, so it's not a big deal.
I'm just saying. Like Durango's in the wrong spot. Brack's got to be able to get out in the morning.
Brack is the last one gone. Maria's first. Nick goes to the gym, and then
you
Brack.
never leave. Where do you go?
I don't leave.
Oh, she takes the car.
She takes the
Mar
Durango.
takes the car.
Mar takes the car, yes. So Mar's first.
Takes the car.
Yesterday she had to take the Jetta.
Because
I had to go to pick up a laptop in our Beth Page office. And I swung by... Yeah, Jenny the Jetta. Their
you still got... You have 4 cars now?
We have 4 cars, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I did see Gretchen yesterday, by the way.
On purpose?
Yeah, I was in our office. We're at 999 Stewart, and I'm sitting there. They're transferring my files over, and it was like 15 minutes. They're like, it's only at 8%. And I was only there a year. I'm like, how could it be only 8%? I'm like, all right. I said, I'll see you later. I texted Gretchen, and she was in the office, so I stopped over and said hi to her for 10 minutes.
Did you walk around the parking lot?
She didn't have that much time, but we could have. Next time, she said. It was great to see her. I haven't seen her in ages.
Ages.
She was surprised to see the Tesla, so she's obviously not listening to the GarCast.
Did she laugh at you?
No, she's like, oh my God, that's you. That's actually perfect for you.
Now, what did you name your Tesla?
So we did NoHo Hank, and Nick did Cristobal. So when you go pull it up on the app, like otherwise it would say Model 3.
Right.
That doesn't help, so we had to name them. And we went with characters from Barry, the 2 lovers.
Sexy.
So I'm going to go Heisenberg.
Love it.
I like that. That's better.
Yeah, I had some names in there from Breaking Bad as well, but we thought that because we both were going to have it at the house, it'd be funny to do. Because Barry was such an amazing show. I don't think Mike has seen that yet. So
no, I've never seen it.
You haven't either?
No.
Really one of the best shows on...
Are you sure?
Comedies on HBO.
All right. I can't wait for Silo to come out. Pumped.
So many good shows coming back.
So
perfect timing too.
Penguin.
Now that baseball is over.
Yeah.
Football is over.
Focus. Well, we got a Jet game tonight. We got to focus on.
Oh God.
Oh, good. You'll be driving a Tesla.
Yes.
Oh God. Awful.
Who's going to go to that game? It's a home game on Halloween
against Houston, and they're favorites. How are they favorites? That means they're going to win.
Yes, they're favorites.
They're going to win.
I'm betting against them.
You can't. This is what we thought when LA was playing Minnesota at home. You're like, let him spread be 3.
Let him bet against them. That's fine.
All right.
Let him. That's good. Please load up.
I'm going to place my bet against the Jets as soon as
load up. Go ahead. I'll take
$25.
Good.
Yep, with the spread.
Good.
To lose.
Hoping maybe Mike took off tomorrow for Diwali. We could open the Fernwood for Halloween and the Jets.
Oh, nice.
You gotta check me out. Send him a text while we're live on the air here.
That's right. So TV, Mike's a chicken, but the Penguin, another bird.
Yeah, I was just gonna talk about that.
Oh my God. Have you been watching that, DenBob? You're shaking your head no?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, okay.
I love it. I think I'm up to episode 4 or 5.
So good.
Such a good show.
I can't get over the makeup change for Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Did you both? So I hadn't seen it. I had no idea. One of you, somebody, Sumu, who's up on this, had mentioned it, and I was like, whatever. I didn't realize. You have to watch The Batman, which is on Plex. The last Batman movie.
The Batman is the one that had him in it.
Like, you kind of have to watch it. I went back and watched it.
I watched it.
I'm taking a note.
And then I rewatched it again before.
Yeah, so like
after
episode 4, I'm in the parking lot at swim one night. I'm like, I got some time here. I'm caught up on the Penguin. I think Gary said you're supposed to watch the Batman. I don't think I saw. I get confused with all the Batman movies.
Yeah.
I'm like, did I see this one? And then when I saw it was the guy from Harry Potter and Twilight, I'm like, no, I don't remember him being Batman. And I'm watching it and I'm like, holy shit! Like, what? I shouldn't have been allowed to watch the Penguin without watching this first.
Oh my!
Did you think it was that important?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta watch. I can't wait.
100%. Like, you could get away without watching it, but you would miss a lot.
Oh no, I can't wait to watch it.
I'm wondering if they're gonna have a tie-in with Batman into this at any point? There's only 2 episodes
right.
left.
Because there's a lot in the movie but like even episode 1 of The Penguin, which I rewatched with Nancy, when they're coming into it and you're listening to the news broadcast.
Okay.
That's the crossover night.
Actually, you know what? There are a lot of pieces. Like
Bosco, get on it.
When they do the flashback for the kid, when they do his backstory, I guess.
Oh yeah, say no more.
It helps.
And then her story,
the Batman. Yeah.
Like even with her, like, it's what's his face was her father.
Yeah.
Right. Was a much better actor in the movie. I guess they couldn't get him to do the show.
Yeah, it looked like there was. I thought I saw an article that there was a little bit of a problem with him and the show.
I didn't expect the Penguin to be in the movie. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah. He was good. He didn't have a huge part, but he was really good.
I thought the first time he did the fat suit and the makeup was in the show, but he did it in the movie.
Yeah, because I remember watching the movie going, "There's no way that's him." I'm like, it's impossible. Yeah.
It's and standalone. Probably a little biased because I had seen the Penguin already, so I was excited about it tying in. I thought it was a really good Batman movie.
I did too. I think
really good.
I think Sumo didn't love it. He thought it was a little slow, but I did really like this one.
I thought it was like deep and dark, which the way Batman should be. Like it was good. And
it was a very good one.
He's a good, confused, torn, anguished, vengeance. Like it's good.
Yeah, it is very good. And then so the Batman 2 is going to follow the sequence of events that have happened in the show.
Well, that's what put it in my head. That you said that, and I'm like, hold on a second. I got to go back and make sure I watch this. Yeah. So very exciting.
Yeah, I don't know when the Batman 2 is coming out. I thought I had heard 2025, but I don't know.
And it was almost like it added, like, it's a long movie, too.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours.
It was almost like I got 3 extra episodes of The Penguin. That's how I felt.
That's awesome. I can't wait. I don't have enough time.
Breaking news for you.
I love this.
You're welcome. Thank you, Sumu and Gar, for putting me onto that.
I'm kind of walking like the Penguin lately. My back has been terrible.
Whoa!
I got this guy. He's out on the South Shore. Bert.
Yeah, I'm going to see Bert on Saturday morning.
Good. You should have brought him to check the goiter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a needle right in that sumbitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the goiter gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goiter gone.
So wait, was his motivation to get back for Ohio State?
Yeah.
That's a good motivation. You don't want to miss this game, dude. This is huge. It's so much fun.
You can't be a student there and miss that for Mono.
I mean, imagine he'll like overdo it and get a relapse, and I'll be driving back down there on Sunday.
Wait, did we get the Mono result? I know it takes a while.
Yeah. No, he had it for sure.
So he still has it.
Positive for mono, which is actually the good thing, because the known entity, they knew that it was mono. That was the cause of it. But if the mono came back negative, then they would have had to go explore other issues.
Why is his neck gigantic?
That's cool. Well, thank God you fixed him. You cured him.
I thought you wrote in Discord that you saved his life.
What I said was I like to think that all the effort that I went through was is it possible that I could have just let him heal on his own? Maybe.
He wouldn't have made it. No way.
You confused Andy a little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't know that he knew where I was going with that. I was basically, saying, who knows? I went all out there to try and help the kid. Who knows if it was necessary or not?
By the way, Gar Nation has ruined another Instagram feed, and that is Rebecca's. She is now getting a lot of short people videos popping up on her feed.
Well, she's, out of all the listeners, she's liked short people the longest. She really has.
I love that we corrupt.
Yeah, sorry, Rebecca. Oops, and I apologize for what I posted this morning. She probably hasn't seen it yet in DenBob's corner. I don't know.
It's so interesting to see how the algorithm really works, because we introduced a topic that I'll assume none of us ever would have organically stumbled upon. That being midget humor.
I mean, I might have, but yeah, most of you wouldn't have.
Okay, I've never.
It's probably Mike that started us
right now.
I'm a big midget sports fan. Yeah. Somebody had to be first.
Hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to do some? I mean, this is the last show before Tuesday, the big day on Tuesday when it's the trade deadline and the elections.
Big day.
By the way, on a side note, I know Mike loves when I do side notes. I love Pat, but the Richardson stuff is just way too much at this point. He has to stop talking about that
Pat
all the
McAfee
time.
you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not waste time here talking about it. We don't work out of Indiana.
Anyway.
Nobody cares.
It's election time, so we probably should have predictions. And if you want, I guess you could feel free to share who you're endorsing, an official GarCast endorsement for the listeners.
Yeah.
So,
no, I mean, we can make at a minimum. We all have to make predictions here.
We do.
All right, we can make a prediction.
You don't have to say who you're voting for if you don't want to.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you feel obligated,
but I want predictions on solely. I don't need to hear who's winning your local Congress race. Just the presidential election, please.
Let's start with DenBob. Yeah.
So I think that Trump is going to be the winner. I am not going to endorse either candidate because they each give me a little bit of a sickness to my stomach. The reason that I think that Trump is going to win is that the polls are so close. And I think that people who vote for Trump are embarrassed to say that they're voting for him. And they're going to go, once they can exercise their free will in the voting booth, that they're going to go for Trump.
The silent majority, right? Is that what they called it last time?
That's what I'm looking for. Thanks, Gar. That's the number I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And you are not going to endorse a candidate?
I'm not endorsing any.
I don't think they want your endorsement, so that's just fine.
Yeah, dude, seriously? It really worked out for somebody. Congratulations.
Nobody's looking for it. That's funny.
Michael.
GarFather. I am going to predict that because mentally it's an easier thing for me to predict that Harris will win, that the forces of evil will not allow Trump.
An email.
They're not going to they didn't let Trump win last time, and they're not going to let him win again.
Oh, I love this angle.
By whatever means. Oh, it's truly what I believe. I will be voting for Trump, and I will be. I'm not going to try to stay awake because I know, like last time, they're not going to declare it till like Thursday. In 2016, I had one of the most fun evenings of my life watching Megyn Kelly and everybody all of a sudden go, holy shit, he's going to win. And then liberal tears and Hillary locked in the Javits Center, refusing to come out of her room. And somehow we knew the result that night. But now we learned in 2020, I tried to stay awake again, gave up, woke up in the morning, drove the kids to school. We still didn't know. So maybe I'll just, I don't know, take sleeping pills and sleep till Thursday and check Twitter. But I will be, when Harris wins, I'll say, see, told you so. But if somehow she doesn't, I'll be very happy. There you go.
That was really disappointing last year when we didn't know who won for days. It
was so annoying. And you know the same thing's going to happen.
It's going to be so
to me,
close.
It was because people were contesting and this. And no, that was like, what the hell was going on? Recounting in Modesto County in Arizona, like, or whatever the hell it's called.
There was some shenanigans going on, I think.
It's just ridiculous that in this day and age it takes long to count.
But that's why people, like, we don't trust anything because since we were born, all right, maybe, Guar will find an election in a non-presidential year that there was a Congress race that had a delay in 1984 in an obscure county in freaking Iowa. I don't know. But at least in my memory, since I've been born and paying attention, we always knew, and I know the Al Gore thing, but we still knew who won that night and had court cases and it set up. But, like, to not declare a winner, can we just declare a winner before the sun comes up? Something, please. If you want to keep riots and conspiracy theories down, figure it out. They already know, especially since they already know who they decided is going to be president. Just tell us.
Do you think there's a pathway to keeping you up at night? Like, can you see, like, maybe they're predicting Pennsylvania for Trump or something like that? Is that where you start to, like,
I'm gonna get excited
tune in and then not go to sleep? I think you're saying you're gonna go to bed and you're gonna stay up all night. You're gonna do the same thing you did 4 years ago. I think.
I did eventually go to sleep, but it was late. I will do the same thing. Yeah. I'm gonna get excited.
Yep.
It'll be at least, one large bottle of wine and out.
Who would be more upset if Trump won, Fraser or Guar?
Well, Guar, because he lives here. Fraser would be the most upset Canadian, and Guar would be the most upset. No, Guar wouldn't be the most upset American because he's very hard to get upset. He can find happiness, anywhere. That's the beauty of Guar. So probably Frazier, actually. Frazier seems
I would
to be
think,
like,
yeah. And then what if Alex Smith was like put on the cabinet?
Alex Smith, the quarterback?
Alex Jones. I'm sorry, Alex Smith, the
Oh.
quarterback. Alex Smith, the quarterback. Wouldn't you think? Actually, he might go into politics. Alex Jones, if he goes on.
I think
That would be fantastic. I mean, amazing.
I'd be a little
wouldn't it?
upset too. That guy's nuts. But
It'd be great press.
I like the spot he's in. He has a role in society. He should stay there. He makes us think. And he makes us question headlines, which is nothing wrong with that.
InfoWars, right? Isn't that the name of his site?
Mm-hmm. So what's your prediction?
I think I was really thinking Kamala for a while, but reading the liberal newspapers or like their websites and stuff lately, the whole Trump Nazi and all that stuff makes me think they're really worried, and they probably know it's going Trump's way. So I think Trump's going to pull this out. Of course, it'd be really close. Just my gut. That's kind of what I was thinking as I saw that stuff happening. My endorsement, I was all over. I bounced around.
People do want to know who you're endorsing.
I will tell you, I was never going to vote for Harris. There was not a chance in hell I would vote for her.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
I contemplated doing so when I saw New York State hold out any third party candidates for like the second time in the history of New York State elections. That bothered me, and knowing my vote doesn't really matter in New York State.
Well, let's pretend it does.
I contemplated writing in somebody just to say, F you, don't tell me I can't do this because I should be able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that. I am going Trump. It's Trump all the way. I mean, the other part of that is just seeing him do well in New York, even if he doesn't win it, will really.
Let's make a statement. Let's put a little fear in people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I actually had a friend in Michigan ask me if I thought Trump would win New York. I was like, well, that's an interesting question. I'm like, I don't know what you're hearing. I'm like, there's probably no chance in hell that he wins in New York, but he could make it close. He definitely will win our county for what that's worth.
Yep. Gamer friend?
I got a question.
Actually, it's the guy I was doing the gaming cast with before.
There you go.
So,
Bosco?
What percentage of the population who is eligible to vote has a smartphone?
Well, who's eligible to vote is a big question, but
well, whatever that is, if that's X,
yeah, okay, go ahead.
Where you going?
What percentage owns a smartphone? I mean, I don't know if I live in Smithtown and I'm bougie, but everybody owns one.
No, well, my father-in-law doesn't own one. My mother-in-law doesn't.
They don't own smartphones.
No, if my father-in-law wanted to go to an Islander game or a Met game, which he loves those.
Yeah, my mother-in-law does. A lot of older people don't.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I think there's a line where, like, my mom has it. She's smartphones, right? But she's 75. My in-laws are in their 80s, so
that's a good point. My dad's 73. He has one. My mother-in-law's in her 80s. She doesn't.
Yeah. So there might be a line somewhere around 80 where that older generation.
Yeah, so that makes the number hard to guess.
Yeah.
I would say it's more. I don't know. Honestly,
I mean, I would guess 70% have smartphones at this point.
I was going to say more than 50. So for the sake of argument,
what do you think, then?
I don't know why it's not done on an app.
And why are you asking this? Oh, why we don't vote on an app?
Why don't you do it on an app?
Dude,
it's not.
We need to make it as easy as possible.
Nick could do this. He could create the app.
Nick and
listen.
It's pretty simple. You download it. It's indexed to your social security number.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
Hey, listen. We had a COVID app.
They could do it, but they're not going to do it. We're going to
And
still do it the way we do it.
I thought it was a much smaller percentage, but I guess the rest could just do it.
Were we allowed to vote in 2020 if we weren't vaccinated? I don't remember.
I was not vaccinated. I did vote.
I'm going to start spreading that. When you just spread something, it'll be hot. Remember? And people are like, yeah, I had to show my card when I voted. I'll just put that out there.
You had to show a Vax card, not an ID.
Now, I do, like I mentioned last week of Reagan's comments about us not having a current president. This week's From the Mouths of Babes occurred yesterday when I was driving Riley, Reagan, and Olivia, who lives on our block, to school. And I said to Riley, half joking, half serious, I said, Ryan is registered to vote because she's 18 now, but she's in Cortland. She's not going to be home. We didn't do the absentee ballot. So you're going to go vote for her as her. And she's like, Dad, I can't do that. I don't have her ID. From the mouths.
Welcome to New York.
From the mouths of babes. And then I told them, no, you don't have to show any ID. All three of them, 2 7th graders and an 11th grader, thought that was the dumbest thing in the world.
It's so stupid.
And again, because I've had this argument for years with people, I had a hard time explaining them the reason why you don't need ID.
That's an amazing. So that is actually amazing. So let's talk about this. Christopher was home, and before he went back, we're like, "Why don't you go try and vote?"
That's why you brought him home. Well done.
So he went to the vote. He said the line was, 100 people long. He's like, "I'm out."
He should vote in
It doesn't mean
Pennsylvania.
that much to me. I'm sorry, I didn't do my duty. I'm not waiting on that line.
Well,
He should vote in
Fair
Pennsylvania. It's a swing state.
ooh.
Fair
I'll get
enough.
him a dead. I have a cousin who died there.
As long as he's voting the right way.
So fair enough, he didn't vote. But can I? Well, he wouldn't be registered as a resident in Pennsylvania.
No, we know.
No, I know
We're
that.
joking.
But
We're joking.
there was jokes that people were having their kids in colleges that were in swing states vote for candidates they wanted them to vote for.
But you
Obviously,
could
that's
go
a
there and
rumor.
just say Christopher Bosco, and you have to know your address and your name. That's all you need to know.
And sign it,
And sign
right? So I could just get online twice and
Absolutely.
be like, "Now I'm voting for Chris."
Absolutely. That's
not
why
gonna vote
Riley.
twice.
That's why I'm trying to convince Riley to vote for Ryan. It's
That
not
would
really
be
Ryan.
great.
We know who Ryan wants to vote for.
I mean, that's really unbelievable, isn't it?
Ryan's wants to vote for Trump. She told me that. So
Maybe I'm stating the obvious, but that's ridiculous. It
And that's
never
right.
really hit home. It
That's
never
right.
really hit home until
There
you
you
just gave that little story.
Really?
I love to listen to what the kids have to say. Like, it gives you a little perspective. And I don't ever try to put any of my political beliefs on them. Values, of course, and what's important, whatever. But was that not telling? Was that not
Holy
telling?
cow. Yeah, that's
so,
ridiculous.
yeah. They were like,
That's it. You know what?
and
You're
I'm like-
small.
I was like, I think it's because they think poor people don't have access to get an ID, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" Like, it's just so funny,
You can't do anything without an ID.
right?
Yeah. You know what? You got to live small because we're not changing the world, and you got to enjoy the little things.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when
Amen
they
to
started
that,
giving out government IDs for people that didn't have driver's licenses several years ago? I thought that they were doing that because they're like, oh, we need to get these people to go vote. But it doesn't matter if they have an ID or not. They're
Or
voting anyway.
maybe they were afraid that if Trump had won again, we'd somehow get
maybe.
through
Maybe.
voter ID, and they were getting ready for it.
Good
So
point.
anyway,
Did we get
Yeah.
any emails, Mike?
we did.
We
We
did?
did, and I
Wow.
believe I didn't read it because I don't, but I did check to see if we had one.
Oh, thank God.
My guess is it's in response to some controversial email that we had last week.
Is it from Fraser?
No.
Oh.
No. He's too busy building his laser light show and smoke machine for Halloween right now. He's all pumped up.
Is
All
that
of
why
Canada.
we see the Northern Lights
Yeah,
down here
well,
from him?
Depends what your smoke machine's giving out if you see the northern lights or not. So,
Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy at his place.
yeah, this email came in early this morning at 10:43 a.m. her local time, Rebecca. Figure out what country I'm talking about. This is from somebody we got a new nickname for last week. Dear Gar, Mike, and special guest DenBob. Here's hoping. By the way, I got my real name there. That was kind of cool. I feel like we connected. Here's hoping that you're all well. I thought I'd better send a quick email following last week's GarCast as a follow-up to Sumu's email when he referenced me as Lizzie Big Tits.
Oh, oh no! That probably ended his vacation really quickly.
And as always, like she did, you should put an exclamation mark after Lizzie Big Tits. So thank you for doing that, Liz. Just so you all have an insight into my real life, this isn't the first time something like this has happened.
Maybe in prison.
Good call back.
Thank you. Thank you.
It all began when Bluetooth was first around. I'm intrigued. I was sat in a cafe with my friend who wanted to send me something via Bluetooth. She explained how to turn the Bluetooth on, and then she And then she said she'd search for me. A short list appeared on the phone of people in close proximity. And then, to my surprise, someone called Lizzie Big Tits, LBT, appeared. Sumu had named my phone LBT. Extremely embarrassing. You got to beware of those gamer geeks, man. They're always on the cutting edge of new technology. That is funny. Next thing I know, parcels are arriving at the house to the Lizzie Big Tits Emporium. Recently, I've had to attend some important union meetings on Zoom with all of my co-work colleagues for the prestigious private school that I work for as the deputy head teacher. Sometimes the union representative asks people to write their correct name in the chat because they're joining from their phone, which doesn't identify by their name. Each time I wonder whether Lizzie Big Tits will appear on screen for all to see and what I'd do if it did.
That would be amazing.
I live my life in constant fear of LBT will pop up next. Where LBT will pop up next. Sorry, I'm not reading this very well because I have tears in my eyes. Have a lovely weekend, everyone, from me. LBT and Sumu, otherwise known as Button Mushroom. You got to go with Small Dick. That's what you just put on his phone. Read into that what you like. And a little heart. Big Tits, that was a great email. Thank you.
Oh, that is wonderful. I'll tell you, a call out there to Gar Nation. Send a screenshot. Go to Starbucks. Go to McDonald's. Put in your name as that and send the screenshot.
Oh, everyone should start using Lizzie Big Tits, or should we use our name?
It should just go across the world.
I like it. Lizzie Big Tits. It'll be like a trending thing. Like there'll be T-shirts with it on it. That's awesome.
I can't wait. I don't even want anything, but I want to go to takeout just so that I can put my name in and get them to call.
Or how about you go to Chick-fil-A and like name for the order? Lizzie Big Tits. Just straight face.
Starbucks does it. They always screw it up anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, they got to write Lizzie Big Tits on the cup?
Yeah.
That would be great. Oh, fantastic.
It's better when you can do it online because you have the anonymity. Like, so if you order online, you could put your name in. But if you have to go to them and say, yeah, my name is Lizzie Big Tits, that's hard. But if you could do it on an online order.
Oh, yeah. But you still got to.
That's the way to go.
Well, what you do is you do it, and then you send in your friend to pick it up.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you do.
I can't wait.
And you're really good. Oh, too funny. All right, no more emails. Good job, everybody.
I don't know what you guys are planning to do for dinner tonight, but do not order pizza. Today is the busiest pizza day in the year.
Can't beat it. Lenten Friday for Ash Wednesday.
They say Halloween.
It's got to be up there. Okay. I guess it goes cross-religion.
Yeah, everybody wants pizza.
Yep.
Yeah. Atheists, Jews, Muslims.
Everybody loves Halloween.
When we used to do the trick-or-treating with the kids, we'd bring them back. I'm pretty sure we would order pizzas.
Exactly. Pizza. Well, I don't know that everybody loves Halloween. I don't think that the Jehovah's, they don't like Halloween.
They don't do it at all. They don't do any holidays. They hate everything. They want to die. They can't wait for the next level.
Who would want that? Who would choose that? Oh, misery loves company. If you're a miserable person, you're going to be like, I'm so miserable. Let me join these people. I fit right in.
Every Jehovah I met, though, they were always very nice.
How many have you met?
A few.
Huh?
I worked for one. When I worked for G.E. Fanick in Charlottesville, Virginia, I worked for one. He was the nicest guy. We were having birthday cake. He didn't come. I'm like, why not? He's like, we don't celebrate birthdays. Oh.
Like how you just dropped that you once had a job in Virginia.
Thought you knew that, no?
I don't know. Everybody thinks that you've never left Smithtown. Charlottesville. How appropriate that you mentioned that. Remember what happened there.
I do.
Yeah. I do. Maybe we'll do pizza tonight. I don't know. It's just, the two knuckleheads will be out running around. Just be Nancy in a giraffe costume and me in a chicken costume. Could be interesting.
Maybe a Guinness instead.
And you go with a group?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What do you mean, go where?
Trick or treat with a group.
He's not doing that anymore.
My kids are old. I don't know what they're doing. They're running around.
Youngest, no trick or treating. You're done.
No, they're trick or treating. Both.
They're on their
own.
Don't go with them.
She's got a whole plan. A gang of kids running around. I don't know. Yeah. I told her to beware though, because News 12 said it's the most common night for children to get hit by cars.
Ooh.
Well, so we're going to do a good test on the Tesla. I'm going to go into the most crowded neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hands off the wheel.
Yes.
Let's just see. Can it tell a little ghost from a little child?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Maybe you could do pizza deliveries with your Tesla tonight and let it self-drive to people's houses.
There's no way that Tesla is spotting a little 4-year-old running across the street in front of you.
We're going to test. If I run somebody over, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. Report right in on the Discord, please.
You get to take it pretty much as long as you want. You know, you can go out. We drove
Cool.
We drove our Tesla back to the house. Let Christine we let Christine drive it around.
Really?
Yeah. And we went back.
Exciting.
But they close early. I think they close at 6. So
I'll have to have it done before then.
maybe 6. Ooh. I think. So they probably want to go home. They'll wait.
Daylight test drives only. I didn't report back on my briefly. Unlike DenBob, I don't give a shit about the planet. Instead of driving an electric car to see my child, I fly in a plane.
Yes.
Private jet.
Yeah, basically. It was. The JetBlue plane was like empty. 7:30 Saturday morning, JetBlue to Rochester, half full.
It's good and bad. The good is it's half full. The bad is maybe they don't keep those flights going.
Yeah,
but
let me tell you.
How often are you going to Rochester?
I think Chuck Schumer subsidizes it because he invented JetBlue. What a flight, though, because up over Pennsylvania, Binghamton, Ithaca, the Finger Lakes, the foliage, not a cloud in the sky. I could see everything. I had the window seat. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Zipped right in. We were there out of the plane by 9. Picked up my Chevy Malibu rental for $44. The lady's like, "Do you want to prepay gas?" I'm like, "Nope, don't think we're going to need fuel. Only going a couple miles." Because the pool was 3 miles away and the place we got breakfast was like 5 miles away. So drove into this beautiful area of Rochester, Gary. The Park Avenue.
Oh, yeah. Park's great. I love it over there.
Holy crap. Just dumb luck because I Googled like best brunch on a Saturday in Rochester.
Yeah, Park Ave is nice.
Place, what a nice little, a lot of pride flags. That's always a good sign.
Even back when I was in college, they had that stuff going.
Yeah. Although the guy next to us at brunch was he was so upset. Like the liberal tears, I thought were going to be coming down his face. Oh. And we were almost done. It was 2 guys eating, and he just started going on about Trump.
Oh, you know what you got to do? You got to drive.
I didn't engage.
There.
Yeah, I didn't engage. I was just like enjoying the listen.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mad Hatter's, beautiful brunch. Then we drove over to University of Rochester, which is lovely.
U of R is nice, yeah.
I was there once at the Strong Memorial Hospital when I got this tooth knocked out in a rugby game.
Not so nice back then.
So
they fixed it really good. Let's say. Yeah, perfect.
It was great. The team was there when we got there at 11. We were the first parents there. Like the seating was like up on an overlook of the pool. So like we walked in and I'm just like arms in the air and like Ryan's roommate spots me. I'm like,
oh wow.
So we got to watch him warm up. Yeah, I should have. But great meet. They didn't win the meet, but Ryan did great. She came in second in the 1,000. She lost by 1/10 of a second.
Wow.
It was like a crazy race.
That's exciting.
To her 23-year-old teammate who's there for like 12 years because of COVID.
I mean, what's a 1/10 of a second? How do they even tell that?
It's a touchpad. It's crazy.
It's a touchpad. Okay.
Yeah, it was nuts. Literally 0.1. It was crazy. And she was in second the whole time, and she was just coming back on the girl, coming back on the girl, coming back on the girl. It was great. And then the really 500, amazing. She swam against the same girl on her team and another girl from Rochester who was fresh. She didn't swim the 1,000. And the Rochester girl's winning the whole time. Ryan's in third. Her teammate's in second. She passes her teammate and almost caught the winner. I think she lost by half a second to the winner.
Wow.
And beat her teammate by 100th.
Wow.
Oh,
it was
my
great.
God.
It was so exciting. It was great.
That's cool.
So we got to see her for 15 minutes afterwards. Like the whole team came upstairs. And then we jumped back in our Malibu and drove to the airport. And I'm like, all right, we got a 6:30 flight. Let's get a couple cocktails, something to eat. Go to the bar. It's 4:30. The woman there is like, oh, the kitchen's closing at 5. I'm like, well, can we get in? Like, we had to like negotiate our way to sit down. I'm like, 5 o'clock on a Saturday. So we eat some nachos, have one drink. She's like charging us as giving us the food. It was ridiculous. She closed the place around us. Nobody else could get in. She's mopping the floors. So she's like, there's another place down there because we still had like an hour and a half. We go, and she gives us paper cups for our drinks. It was ridiculous. And I go to the other bartender. We walk in. He's like, oh, our kitchen's closed, but I'm open till 6. I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, listen, I'm not going to order a drink because the lady over there just poured our drinks in these paper cups, but can we sit here? Maybe I'll get one more beer. And he's like, she closing early again? It's like, we work for the same company. I'm like, well, whatever. But good flight home. We were home by 8:45 at night. It was great.
Great. That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Glad you got to see her. I'm glad she did well.
Yeah,
what a birthday celebration for you too.
Yeah, and burned a lot of jet fuel. It was great.
Cool.
Electric planes. When is that coming?
I don't know if that's possible.
It's possible.
Is it?
But what happens when the charge runs out?
Well, what do you propelling?
Why is it not? Why is it not possible?
You need to. It's a push, right? You need a force. That's what the combustion does.
You
creates
still
the
have
force.
I
guess the fans could do it, right?
It could be an electric motor that's spinning.
I guess you could do it with an electric motor, yeah.
The fuel has nothing to do with it, right?
Yeah, I guess propellers, right? I'm thinking of the old jets, but...
You're thinking of the Millennium Falcon.
Why not use the nuclear device, Mike? Maybe.
How about that fine? I mean, you guys have no idea how cool my Twitter feed is. That was a... Hold on, we must touch on that. And I figured it would give us something but other than politics to focus on. So I have always been intrigued with the Voyager 1 satellite that was launched in the 70s, and there's the original Star Trek movie is based on it. It's still out there. Like, it's going. It's like running forever. So this article, I wasn't sure if it was true, so I put in the truth is out there, about Voyager 1 and it's nuclear generated, and I thought of you, Gar. You're a big fan of nuclear.
Love it.
It's running on a nuclear generator called an RTG. And the comment was, meanwhile, we're sitting here on Earth arguing about fossil fuels and windmills. So, yeah, I'm not going to read Gar's response. But
I did. It was excellent.
It was great. I read the whole thing. Yeah.
I did read the whole thing. No, you can't read it on air. But it was well worth the read, and I'm a bad person for it.
Really interesting.
Thank you, Gar, for that, putting that together. That was really good.
And he has friends, old colleagues that are like in the RTG business.
Amazing.
Who he may be collaborating with. So, New Nottingham, my prediction is, will be run on an RTG.
I like it.
Yep. Oh, good. So, there you go. There you have it.
All right. Anything else? I got a hard stop here.
Yeah, no. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Happy elections.
Halloween.
Happy trade day.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to talk to everybody till...
After.
Well, I mean, I would hope by the next GarCast. If we do it on Wednesday morning, we may not know the winner.
We may not know the winner on Thursday morning.
So, listen, everybody. No matter who you're voting for, no matter what crazy-ass beliefs you have, good luck. Stay safe. Be well. Just, I don't know. See you on the other side, literally.
Don't cry. Unless you want to fuel a Cybertruck.
Please cry.
All right. Until next time, be Gar-rific.
Gar out.
Have a great day.
Now I got to go get a haircut.
Whoa.
Yeah,
flat. Looks like you had a bad hair day.
Oh, because I'm wearing a freaking chicken head.
Flat.
Yeah.
Pretty flat. Well, no, be thankful.
I'm literally going right now for a haircut.
Be thankful.
All right.
Later.
Later.